Hi everyone, it's Marina Pullin from the jungle, and welcome to our weekly upload with tips and tricks for the gigster and the jungle community. You'll notice a bit of a different backdrop than I normally have. We are experimenting and we are moving away from my kitchen, and we're setting up a dedicated space for me to be able to do uploads regularly and easily. So I'm actually physically sitting in my office, but I did not feel comfortable that you can see my office just yet. It is still a bit of a mess, and it also has a whole lot of info because we're doing management cycle training and all types of things. So anyway, moving on from that, today's topic. Today's topic is something that is really close to my heart, and I hope this adds value to certainly a subsection of our community, and it's the idea of perfectionism. And have you ever had someone call you a perfectionist like it's a bad thing? I certainly have. I've heard people say that perfectionism is a flaw and that it can slow you down, it can paralyze your decision making, like analysis paralysis. And I've even heard some people go as far to say, hey, it can actually rob you of joy. And absolutely, when perfectionism as a professional becomes rigid, or you become stubborn and inflexible because you have to get it right, it definitely moves into becoming a toxic trait. But not always. Perfectionism has a power to it, and it is a mindset, and it's a way that you look at your work that I think as freelancers can actually be really beneficial. It has this quiet, focused, this relentless kind of power to it. Like we're just going to keep moving forward and we're going to get closer and closer to perfection. It is that unending appetite to drive to polish something that is just right for our customers or the market. And it's an impatience that says, we're not there yet, we're not there yet. And it's a really good feeling if you can learn to harness that in your day-to-day living without it taking over. It essentially is the part of us as professionals that allows us to keep going and hold the line when everyone else says, very Australian phrase, she'll be right or that'll do. No, we're the ones who actually go, no, we're going to stay a little bit longer. We're going to care a little bit more. We're the ones who are obsessed with the outcome, not for the praise or what have you, but simply for the pursuit of excellence in whatever area or the field that that we're deciding to operate in. So I ask you, just think about it. Just think about it. You think about the movies that left you speechless, or the buildings that you go, oh my God, that was incredible. That was amazing. Or the performances that you see on, whether it's on social media or live, and they just give you goosebumps. The people who created these never ever allowed in their repertoire the phrase, near enough is good enough. These are the ones who just really agonized over the little details. Yet they probably lost sleep over commas and color tones and code and all of that stuff. And that is definitely an annoying, uncomfortable part of perfectionism, but is what perfectionism looks like in its highest form. But here's the truth, right? Perfectionism does have a dark side. It can actually stop you from starting. It can make you be terribly fearful of failure, and you start to incorporate it into your self-esteem rather than your professional performance. It can start to get into your head if you're not careful too, that you're not good enough rather than the job's not good enough or where I've got to is not good enough. You have to be very strong mentally to embrace this idea of perfectionism as a part of your professional personality. But for me and for the team at Jungle, we are aiming to find that amazing utopian balance where we use perfectionism as a tool and we use it as a way to enhance and polish and embrace our growth mindset in a way that is healthy, but it allows us to push past those barriers. Many of them, I think, were almost self-imposed, and to take us to a whole new level of performance and brand and how we can be of service. Perfectionism for us is not about being in a prison, sort of being held back by our own standards and, silencing ourselves or what have you. It is simply a way to express a form of reliability and an unerring appetite around quality, which is we will finish the project. We will finish the project well. We will share the ideas after thoughtful reflection. So we're able to then add true value and true quality to the whole process. So it is important as we finish up here to say, because we do need to acknowledge projects need to be done. So a project that is done and it is finished is better than a project that is unfinished. Let's be honest. You do need to have the practice or the behavior of being sort of equally excited about finishing projects. But those moments between the start and the finish of the project where you might be tempted to lower your own quality standard, go, I should be right, that'll be good enough, or what have you, all that type of stuff. We, as people in the jungle who are on the same journey as you right now, are going to say, why not aim just a little bit higher? Why don't you just look for a bit of craftsmanship in your work? Feel a bit of pride and understand that an appetite for perfection absolutely does have its place. The she'll be right mentality is not something us as freelancers need to embrace heavily. Because most freelancers live off referral, we take pride in our work, and we're sort of craftsmen. We love what we do. So give yourself permission to be a perfectionist. And the next time someone says to you, ugh, you're a perfectionist, say, yeah, Dales, I am. And look at my portfolio, which is pretty much a perfect example of art. All right, we hope you enjoyed today. I'm sort of weird sitting in my office doing it. It's a lot more convenient, I will say. Yes, I'm wearing my Jungle t-shirt for those of you who may be commenting. Yeah, it's my GNR t-shirt because Monday today is design day at Jungle, where we sit back and we look at what we're doing, and we're about to actually embark on a really big journey of perfectionism, hence today's topic. Hope this is helpful. Look forward to seeing you guys at one of the upcoming hype circles, and stay wild.